DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. New customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Download the app and use promo code BERRY when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook, the crown is yours. All right, gentlemen, let's get to last call and take a look at the most bet Monday Night Football props at our friends DraftKings. A lot of pro Lions here. Jahmyr Gibbs over 65.5 rushing yards. Josh Jacobs under 65.5 rushing yards. Jared Goff's passing touchdowns over 1.5. Michael Mayer, his receiving yards over 21.5 as well. For our best bets, I will kick us off, and I'm going with the public here. For the first time in a while, I think.
Yes.
You never, typically don't like to go with the over on a public bet, but I do think Michael Mayer at 21.5 receiving yards, I think that's too low. He played over 70% of the snaps last week. I think the training wheels are off. They're 7-point dogs in this game. I think they will be throwing. I think Jimmy will use Mayer as the third receiving option, so I think he goes over. Lawrence, what do you got?
Yeah, I like that too. Lions also second worst against tight ends in fantasy. I'm going to go look at Davante Adams here. His over-under is 76.5. But I'm going to go with the alternate receiving yards, at least 90 at plus 145. He's got Jimmy G back. He's averaging 6 catches and 79 yards with him. He hasn't had 60 yards in 3 games, but we saw the Lions defense last week against the Ravens in the past game. So I like Davante Adams here.
Game script should work in Davante Adams' favor as well.
Yeah.
Squeaky wheel, everything like that. Garoppolo knows he needs to get the ball to his star. Also, I like Michael Mayer at plus money to score an anytime touchdown. I agree with you because they are featuring him quite a bit. It's a good matchup here. I'm doing the same thing you are, which is I'm going with the public. I like a lot of the bets that the public is on. I'm taking the under on Josh Jacobs' 65.5 rushing yards, and it's not only because I desperately need him not to have a good game to stay alive in my guillotine league, right? There's a couple of reasons why, right? Okay, first off, it's a tough matchup. Lions allow the third fewest rushing yards per game to opposing running backs so far this season. Jacobs, it's been a struggle, right? Averaging just 2.9 yards per carry this season. That's the lowest among running backs with over 100 carries. I think game script works in their favor. It works against Jacobs in the rushing game here. I do think the Lions get up big. They're over a touchdown favorite in this game as well. And you think about this line, 65.5. Jacobs has been under this number in 5 out of 7 games this year. So give me the under. I'm with the public here. Under 65.5 rushing yards. As long as we're talking rushing pops real quickly. Jimmy Garoppolo over 3.5 rushing yards. If you want like a truly degenerate bet, Garoppolo over 3.5 rushing yards. He's hit this number.
That's how you live.
He's hit this number. He's played 5 games this year. He's hit this number in 4 of them. Aiden Hutchinson chasing him around. All we need is 4 yards. Give me the over 3.5 rushing yards on Jimmy G.
Yeah, noted speedster, Jimmy Garoppolo. Yeah,
He just needs one. He's hit this number.
I know, he looks like Lamar Jackson out there.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be pretty.
I like the under on Josh Jacobs as well. Sneaky thing with Josh Jacobs, he's only broken one 20-yard run all season. We talked about this yesterday on Fantasy Football pregame. That's less than Rondale Moore has broken as a running back. Rondale Moore plays wide receiver, which is a problem. I think the Raiders are going to cover +7 tonight. I think it's a little bit big. Lions coming off that big loss to Baltimore.
Maybe. Dan Campbell will get them fired up. It's a Monday Night Football primetime game at Detroit. Yeah. Dan Campbell will get them more. If they had lost last week, I might agree. Okay. I don't know. It's interesting.
You'll see what they're made of coming off that loss.
I will say this. I like the under on the total here as well. I do think it's going to be a little bit more of a defensive battle than you think. All right. It's closing time, which means you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Good luck tonight, Connor Rogers. Bring home an Emmy. For Lawrence and Jay, I'm Matthew. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBC Sports and Rotoworld.com. Just want to thank you so much for watching what you just watched, or at least being too lazy to click out of it after the autoplay just kept it going. So either way, thank you so much for just letting it scroll by your screen. And now I'd like to ask you respectfully, please subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel for the latest NFL news, fantasy headlines from Rotoworld, and betting analysis from NBC Sports Edge.